Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Rubina Shamshuddin. We are going to see how to deploy OIC project integrations from one environment to another environment, say from dev to test or dev to production or test to production. So we are going to see that. So the first step is to create a project deployment and then export the project deployment. And once you have exported and you have got the CAR file, import the project environment into the another environment. When the connections are imported, you have to go and configure the connections. It will be in draft state. And if any lookup value needs to be changed, you can change that as well. The next step is to activate the integrations. So let's delve into the actual demo. Okay, now let's see the demo deploy project that we have. It has three integrations. Deploy 1 with version 1 and 1.1. Deploy 2 with version 1. It uses two connections, one invoke and one trigger. So in the invoke connection, if the REST URL changes in the target environment, we have to modify it. We are using a lookup for the email address notification. So in case the email changes, we have to modify it in the target environment. So let's proceed to the next. Go to the deploy tab and click on create deployment. Give a meaningful name for the deployment. I'm going to give demo deploy integration with today's state. Click on create. And it will automatically select the two integrations with the latest version. So let's give version 1.0 as the one that we need to export. So click on save. Now let's create another deployment. Say suppose for a different date. In this case, I'm selecting 21/3. Click on create and select only the integration deploy one with the latest version. So what we are trying to do here is we are deploying. So what we are going to see is we are going to deploy twice. First deployment is into the target environment, which does not contain the same project that we are trying to import. The second deployment is once this first deployment is done, we will have two integrations with the latest version. And on top of that, we are going to deploy the latest version 1.1, which will be a separate deployment. Now let's export the deployment one after the other. Export to CAR file. Click on export. So now we have two exports. So let's do the import one by one. Say suppose we will be importing this on the day 20th and this we will be importing on the day 21st. Let's assume like that. Now let's import the integrations. Click on add, click on import, drag and drop the file over here. So this is 23 file. Click on import. The project is getting imported. The project has been imported with two integrations, two connections and the lookup. If we need to modify in the lookup, we can go and edit the lookup and modify the required parameters over here. Now coming to connections, one is in draft state. Let's configure the connection for that. Click on edit. Give the REST API base URL and give no security policy and click on test. There is a space. Click on test and click on save. Click on save again. Now the connection is in configured state. Now let's activate the integration. Okay, so we can activate the integration one by one, or we can go to deploy and do a full activation of the required integration. So let's do it from here. So we have three tracing level: production, audit, and debug. When we activate from the deployment, we get only two tracing level: production and audit. Audit will have much more logs than production. So let's click on audit and click on activate. Now the integrations are active. If we need to change the tracing level, you can go to configure activation and change the tracing level. Say suppose I'm encountering error, I want to debug this. So let's give debug and click on save. So if you see one more integration, the same integration deploy one has been imported into the project with version 1.1 in configured state. Now let's activate the integration and see what happens. So let's select tracing level as production. If you see here, it says activating integration 1.1 will require deactivating integration 1.0. Are you sure you want to proceed? So yes, we want to proceed, and let's click on activate. Now let's perform the next deployment. Click on act, drag and drop the 21st file over here and click on import.